few seconds. Thanks to all the healthcare leaders, investors, and innovation experts who are joining us today to witness innovations that have the power to make healthcare affordable, accessible, and efficient for billions of people. This is Pankaj Gupta, Managing Partner at EthAum's Partners. We are a zero BS revenue scaler headquartered in Singapore with approximately 120 startups in our portfolio. In the Zero BS Revenue Health Scaler program, we onboarded a few really transformative healthcare startups that are disrupting various aspects such as remote patient monitoring, spine surgery, cancer detection, chronic disease management, telehealth, and kids wellness. As you know, an impressive line of startup pitches needs an even more impressive and seasoned jury. And that's why we also have a very varied jury with a lot of experience in the hospital, healthcare, innovation, and investment space. The jury will rate startups on different aspects of the business and provide their verdict at the end of the event. Now, I would request our esteemed jury to introduce themselves. And if I may start with Sinika. Sinika, please go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. My name is Sinika Bots. I come from, I'm currently in England, but I come from Finland. I work in the private sector in healthcare service production. My role is in, I'm responsible for value-based healthcare transformation in our company, which is operating nationally. My background is in public health. I combine commercial and medical angles in my work, and I've been working in healthcare leadership for 15 years or so. So hi, nice to meet you, everyone.
Thanks a lot, Sinika. Really appreciate your time today. May I request Mette to go next, please? Quick introduction, please.
Yes, thank you. Good afternoon and good morning, good night, everyone. Thanks for having me here. I'm Mette Nissen, and I'm also from Finland, in the area of North Savo, Northern Europe. My background is in public sector, so I'm in the other area. And I'll speak today from a dual perspective as a neurosurgeon, deeply involved in medical technologies, and as a healthcare leader managing digital transformation. And now I'm leading a large service transformation, including 2 AI deployments in our hospital, and one is entirely built in-house. So. Waiting to hear the pitches. Thank you.
I'm sure you will be excited to see the pitches. Mette, really appreciate your time today. Yours, may I request you to go next, please?
Sure. My name is Yaz Aydemir. I'm from Turkey, and I'm working in pharmaceutical sectors at C-level, as well as I'm individually an innovation enthusiast and the investor at the same time. Looking forward to this session.
Fantastic. Thanks a lot, yours. Thomas, may I request you to go next, please?
Hi, good morning, good afternoon, and yeah, good evening. It's up to which time zone we are in. So I'm Tamás Békessy. I'm located in Hungary, and I'm the combination of the public and private sector because my background is mainly marketing, communication, and business development in European and global projects. And in the last 8 years, I'm leading the regional accelerator program of EIT Health, a European agency, which is concentrating and focusing on healthcare innovation from the very early stage of startups to the scale-ups and scale-outs. So happy to be here. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Thomas. Appreciate your time today. Richard, may I request you to go next, please?
Yes, sir. My name is Richard. I'm a chair for the AI in Cardiology Working Group in collaboration with the ISFTH and the WHO. So we focus on prognostic artificial intelligence and scaling of technologies like that. I think our strength is strategy delivery and execution, go to market, where we focus on financial modeling, but also achievability. For the last 3 days, we've been delivering keynotes on AI in pharma and healthcare, where we collaborate with regional stakeholders, and I'm very excited for the opportunity to be here today with such an esteemed panel. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, Richard. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Could you please go next?
Hi, my name is Julie Sufana. I'm Chief Marketing Officer at ContextFlow. So we are a spinoff of the Medical University of Vienna, founded back in 2016. And we developed medical devices to detect and now working towards prediction for the big 3 in lung so lung cancer, lung disease, heart disease. And I'm also an advisor in residence at the Innovation Incubation Center at the Technical University of Vienna, helping early stage startups with their pitches and presentations. So hence why I'm here today, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what you have to offer.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Julie. Bertrand, could you please go next?
Yes, thanks, Pankaj. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Bertrand. I'm a French citizen based in Dubai in the UAE. My background is in strategic consulting first, and then 15 years in vaccines and generics industry, mostly in commercial and operational roles. And currently, I'm the chief commercial officer in a mid-sized generics pharma company. Nice to meet you all.
Thanks a lot, Bertrand. Really appreciate your time today. Valentina, may I request you to go next, please?
Yeah, sure. Hello, everyone. I'm AI researcher at Institute for Bioengineering of Catalonia, Spain. And I have an entrepreneurial background also. I have launched 3 successful startups deeply involved in AI, developed algorithms and deployed it scalably. So that's, I'm really glad to be here and looking forward to hear what the startups are going to present.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Valentina. Now, as you may have heard the introduction from jury members, I would request jury members to rate the startups after their pitches. And obviously, we will be looking for your verdict at the end of the session. Just to share the structure of today's session, you will watch the pre-recorded video pitches for 4 minutes, and then startups will take 1 or 2 questions from you. If there are more questions, then we will have to use the chat section. And I'm sure that the founders will reply as soon as possible. And now it's time to do a deep dive into the startup pitches. And the very first presentation is from Gens Technologies. It's a Hong Kong-based startup which offers a portable AI health screening device for preventive screening and chronic disease management. And here we go.
Hi, my name is Justin. I'm the founding CEO of Gens Technologies. At Gens, we have a portable AI health screening device that does 2 things. We do preventive screening and chronic disease management. Primarily, we operate in liver, fatty liver mostly, but we also have capabilities in lungs and kidneys as well. So if you look at the top left, we have our main device, an EIT device, electrical impedance tomography, which connects to 2 things. The first one, it connects to the belt, which we wear around the torso. So if it's a fatty liver disease, we screen around the waistline, and then it's normally within a minute. So on the right is our app. It's on Google Store, it's on App Store. And it does the instruction of how you do the test. So you follow all the instruction, and then it also tells you the results almost in real time as well. So it's numbers, it's simple guidelines that even non-medical personnel can interpret. So a bit about background. Our investors include Alibaba, Gobi Partners, and then the Hong Kong government and some universities are also our shareholders in our pre-A round. We've been listed on the Forbes 100 watch list. We have won the Alibaba Global Jumpstarter Competition Award. In terms of academic partners, we have over 10 professor partnerships. So we have completed clinical trials with them. We're improving the algorithm with them. And in other countries, for example, in the US, we have done validation studies as well. So the reason why we work in fatty liver is because it's a very prevalent disease. We're talking about 2 billion people globally who have fatty liver. It's costly disease as well. It's double the amount of cost comparing to people who don't have fatty liver. And it's partially because it's the leading cause of liver cancer, particularly HCC, and liver fibrosis as well. But the good thing about fatty liver, it's very reversible. So it can be reversed in around 6 weeks' time, which cannot be said for liver cancer and liver fibrosis. So that's why this is a focus. How it works is quite simple. So on the left, you have someone who could be a nurse, but could also be a social worker, could be a volunteer, and that we can train really easily. Put it on 30 seconds mostly, and then you go on to the test. Fatty liver is 39 seconds to complete the test. And then within half a minute, we generate results via the cloud and AI algorithms. And those are numbers. So it's really simple to categorize those and interpret those with our report guidelines as well. So it could be as fast as 5 minutes. So you can do 30 people in the morning for corporate screening, for community visits, health campaigns. Technology itself is called EIT, so we look at electrical properties. So, for example, fat liver tissue and heavy liver tissue have really different conductivity, resistivity across frequencies. We sweep those, recognize signature, and see how severe that is. And we don't make up our own indicators as well. So we benchmark with clinical standards, so with ultrasound, with MRI, and then we have done comparison studies with over 400 subjects. And the sensitivity, specificity overall is around 80%. So on the 400, we also done over 6,000 commercial scans on many different people as well. In terms of clients, we serve elderly care, in home care, in community services, and sometimes we work in conjunction with public sector just to keep people away from hospital, away from readmission, so that it doesn't drain the resources as much. Private clinics, we work with some of the big ones in the region, and they like it for lead generation. So corporate screening, they can screen a lot of people in a single morning. A lot of lead generation campaign as well. So it's much easier convert with a scan as such. And then they also do engagement. So quarterly, they can ask people to come back and then maintain a health process and combine it with maybe wellness or health management services as well. Patents, we have 9 of those. We have also 19 publications, including in Nature scientific reports, co-authored with professors. And we also have commercial compliance internationally with ISO 13485 and 60601, so that we can export in quite a lot of countries. Thank you very much.
Okay, so that was a quick presentation from Justin, and he's ready to respond to your questions. Jury members, please feel free to unmute yourself and ask questions to Justin.
So, love the community first screening vision. It was great. How stable is the performance across BMI and fibrosis stages and like different fatty areas?
Sure. For different BMI, we test across a wide range of from people. So I can talk about probably around 15 to close to 40. So we balance the algorithm for that as well. So when we take the data, we just don't take the EIT data itself. We also take basically the height and weight as well, just so that we can adjust the algorithm to balance it out. So that's partially because with different sort of BMI, the actual geometry of that cross section that we're looking at is different as well. So the liver might be further inside of, for example, the person has a bit more fat on the peripheral. So that's how we look at things. So for sorry, the other two I couldn't catch as much. So BMI, and then you're asking about something else. Sorry.
Edema and fibrosis stage.
Right. Yes. So fibrosis stage we tested across the view as well. So what we recognize is fibrosis do respond to a certain frequency a bit more. So when we do the screening, we sweep basically across several frequencies across a spectrum. So we basically use some other frequencies to help us guide through that. So what it does to fat liver, it generally gives a slightly low reading if the person has more severe fibrosis. So that's something that we're working towards to solve a bit more. But that's not a dramatic change in terms of numbers because of the frequency signature.
Thank you.
Justin, can I have a quick question on the team and the commercial side of your project? Because I would love to see who is behind of this project. Where are you heading to? What is your intention for now? Are you looking for an investment? So what is the commercial side of your project?
Right. So we have around 10 in our team right now. Basically, the technology is did in-house. So we have around overall 7 PhDs postdocs working with us full time. Throughout those, it's electronics, it's in mathematics actually mostly, and some biomedical engineering. But we also work in conjunction with a lot of professors. So we have more than 10 of those. Partner with them mainly on clinical trials. We do a bit of algorithm development and all of those as well. So we are not actively fundraising, but we're always open for strategic rounds. So partners that would help us get into different markets. So other than Hong Kong, we're entering into India, Indonesia, and quite a few different places, including Middle East as well. So all of those would require a slightly different strategy, hence different strategic rounds. So that's something we're open to working towards a bit more with. Thank you.
Understood. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Justin. Please go ahead.
Can I ask one question or one technical question and one on your GTM? First of all, I'm very grateful to see you again. It's an excellent presentation. With respect to the sensitivity and specificity, how do the different governing bodies respond to that? And do you see any immediate challenge in that point on your segmentation and go-to-market? What you see, and I think I've seen some good promising data on the differences in age groups that you're targeting for the elderly care, because I think that's a true sweet spot that works in your favor.
Yes. So in terms of sensitivity, specificity, we're around 80% for both of those, and it's actually quite enough, because what we're doing now is in screening. So it's more than enough for quite a lot of engagement. And in terms of that reaction, it's a lot about longitudinal. So they really, whenever we converse with them, the public sector, they like there is a lot more data that they can get access to quarterly, and that's sort of how we provide value as well. But obviously, the 80 could be further improved. We have more hardware and software development going on, so it's something that's down the horizon as well. So thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Justin. And
thank you.
Certainly, we'll have to take more questions in the chat section. And you may have also seen poll on your screen. Please feel free to respond to that. We'll have to move on to the next presentation now, which is Genesis Medical Vision, which offers an AI solution for early detection of cancer. And here we go.
Good afternoon, everybody. Imagine you can extract the mind of the world's leading professor and turn it into an algorithm. Imagine you could take the mind of 10 such professors, combine all their clinical knowledge, years of experience, places of disagreement, intuition. This is exactly what we at Genesis Medical do. Our deep and unique technology allows us to imitate and replicate the logic and intuition of the physician and turn it into an algorithm. Thanks to that, we can automatically detect cancer at the earliest stages possible with the highest levels of accuracy and reliability. Hello, everybody. My name is Shai Cohen, CEO and co-founder of Genesis Medical Vision. Genesis is an early detection of cancer AI platform. Our proprietary technology allows us to solve the main problems hampering the adoption of AI into medical imaging and specifically into the early detection of cancer, one of the last global domains to which AI has yet to truly penetrate. In our vision, we're building a full pan-cancer platform where the patient shall go through a full-body PET-CT scan, and our system shall recognize all 15 abnormalities at the earliest stages possible. Our super strong team comprises of the leading professors in the country. Myself, your humble servant, coming from a business background, together with the leading radiologist, oncologist, nuclear medicine experts, and the mathematician professor who has been developing our very deep technology. Our first product is the G4 Lungs, allowing automatic screening of lung cancer, the second most common type of cancer, but the deadliest of them all, mainly due to late detection. The G4 Lungs finalized clinical trials with our design partner, the largest medical imaging provider in the country, showing remarkable results. We've reached 97% sensitivity with only 0.2 false positive per case at the other end. These results allowed us to get into cooperations with the leading global institutions in the field. In Europe, we've partnered with IDNA, the leading global lung cancer organization, for a strategic project spanning across 11 European countries, affiliating with the two most important screening programs. In the US, we're in the middle of a study with MGH in Boston, one of the best hospitals in the world. We're building a large-scale project with one of the leading radiology companies in the US and a designated screening programs for the US Veterans Association. The G4 Lungs is fully integrated into the PAC system and clinical workflow of the radiologist, fully automates the entire process of interpreting a chest CT scan, from patient prioritization through nodule detection and Landra's classification, proper segmentation and accurate measurements, allowing comparison with the previous cases and calculating the volume doubling time of the finding, and all the way towards a fully automated recommended report. This allows to dramatically spare the interpretation time, increase healthcare providers' revenues, and improve clinical outcomes. The product is entering pilots in Brazil, Poland, and Israel. If you're an imaging center, a radiology company, or a hospital involved with cancer diagnosis or treatment, we'll be glad to discuss such potential pilots. If you're an investor who would like to join us in our journey towards the holy grail of early detection of cancer, we'll be more than happy to discuss such potential collaboration. Thank you very much.
Okay, we have Shai on the call to respond to your questions. Jury members, please.
Can I ask a question?
Please, yours.
So, first of all, I understand that the tool is deployed on-premise into PAC systems. Still, is it distributing data outside of the PAC systems in order to validate the data or so? So how do you ensure the data privacy in that case? This is my first question. And second, you are focusing on CT, but also there is prerequisites for coming to the CT phase. So how do you position your solution in engaging with the previous phase patients as well? Thank you.
So thank you for the question. No, our preferred architecture would be a cloud-based architecture. We have built also an on-prem version of the product for whoever prefers that one for security concerns, but our preferred model for ensuring scalability is a cloud-based architecture. And we've built the product from day one to ensure alignment with all the HIPAA and GDPR standards. We are already ISO 13485 and 27001 certified, so fully ensuring all the cyber and privacy matters.
Thanks a lot, Shai.
And the second one regarding the modality, so no, we don't focus only on CT. We focus on all static medical imaging, CT, PET-CT, MRI, PSMA, everything. In lung cancer screening, the common modality is low-dose CT. So that's the first product. It knows how to read low-dose CT, but we've already started the development of our second product in the platform, which will be for prostate cancer. And over there, we're working with MRIs and PET PSMA.
Thank you, Shai.
Going more to nuclear medicine and molecular biology.
Thank you.
Okay, let's see.
Yes, oh, sorry. If somebody else, please go ahead.
One question, the health economics part. So a little bit about my background. So I worked in oncology for a couple of years, implementing it in Europe. What I know is, especially in the later stages, you are affected either by quality or more modern or Professor Porter's value-based. So patient outcome is patient value divided by cost. Do you have any regulatory data, especially for some markets, to speed up your uptake on an otherwise very interesting product?
First of all, thank you. Yeah, the entire value proposition would be a value-based proposition. And we have several different streams in mind, but I would say that the first go-to-market will really emphasize, let's put the clinical outcomes aside, only on ROI. And here we're speaking really about the simple equation of time equals money. The procedure we automate, interpretation of a lung cancer screening case. Today, working manually, it takes the radiologist an average of 10 to 15 minutes to interpret such a case. Let's leave aside his sensitivity and the cases he misses. In the US, the procedure is reimbursed at $150 per case, meaning you can interpret 4 or 5 scans an hour. The entire goal is that with the G4 lungs, it would take him not more than a couple of minutes to interpret such a scan. meaning we can triple or quadruple his throughput and revenues, save him time and generate money for him or the healthcare provider, while obviously watching his back and minimizing liability.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's take one last question from Tamas. I think Tamas had a question.
Yeah, just a really quick one. Thank you. So my main question is that I'm pretty sure that you're aware of that many similar solutions are on the market. So how would you differentiate yourself? Because yeah, if we just touch the time is money factor, that's an important aspect we need to consider.
Definitely. So thank you for the question. The differentiation is deep into the technology. And unfortunately enough, now in a 4 minutes presentation, I couldn't delve too much deep into the technology. I'd be glad to take an offline conversation with whoever it interests him. The technology is a completely new and different approach to AI and image and pattern recognition, which is fundamentally non-statistical and truly allows us to imitate and replicate the logic and intuition of the physician and translate it onto an algorithm. And from this approach, many advantages derive that allow us to solve the main problems which hamper the adoption of AI and all the competitors you mentioned up until now. And this is a situation we see in the market here today, that despite the clear need and all the efforts conducted, still clinical adoption remains rare. Why? I'd be glad to discuss that.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Shai. We'll have to take more questions from the chat section. And as Shai mentioned, we will have to have separate one-on-one conversation to really do a deep dive into other aspects of the business. Now we'll have to move on to the next presentation, which is Pathkeeper Surgical. It's an AI 3D imaging solution which enhances accuracy and provides real-time guidance during spine surgery. And here we go.
Good morning. I'm Erez Lamper. I'm the CEO and founder of Pathkeeper Surgical. Pathkeeper built a new kind of navigation system for orthopedic surgery. One is radiation-free, highly accurate, and designed to make advanced navigation accessible to every operating system. Pathkeeper has an FDA clearance, did more than 150 surgeries in the United States, and signed a significant commercial agreement both with High Ridge Medical and Vizient. Pathkeeper decided to start with spinal surgery because spinal surgery is among the most delicate procedures in healthcare. Misplaced screws can paralyze patients and happen about 30% of the cases. Radiation exposures and ongoing risks to patients, surgeons, and OR staff, with women surgeons reporting 4 times more breast cancer than regular women in the population. Current systems meant to solve these problems, that our navigation and robotic systems, remain bulky, expensive, and disruptive. Adoption is still low, and many hospitals and ASCs simply cannot justify the cost and complexity. Here's how it works. The system only needs the patient's pre-op CT. System setup is in minutes, requires no additional images, and is compact and mobile enough to move easily between operating rooms or even between facilities. Once the system is in place, our camera instantly registers the spine based on an optical scan. From there, Pathkeeper tracks both the spinal anatomy and the surgical tools, correcting for every movement during the surgery. Pathkeeper is already used by surgeons. We received the FDA clearance in 2023, and since then it has been used in more than 150 successful surgeries across the US and Israel. We installed more than 10 units in leading institutions that are in active use, and recently signed a commercial partnership with High Ridge Medical, a top 5 spinal company, which includes initial purchase of 12 units at a value of more than $2 million, and give Pathkeeper an access to more than 200 hospitals in the indirect way. The consistent feedback from surgeons is great. Setup is faster, workflow is smoother, and accuracy is excellent. Behind Pathkeeper is a team with deep expertise in spine surgery, imaging, and commercialization. I come from Inline Technology, where I helped build the iTero 3D dental camera into a global leader. Our chairman, Dr. Richard Westmark, is a Harvard-trained neurosurgeon. We combine engineering, AI capabilities, and clinical leadership to deliver a practical and transformative solution.
Pathkeeper is a work in progress. It's a great system. Each new generation brings more sophistication, more ease in. I would say it's straightforward. Somewhere between 5 to 10 cases, you got the whole flow underneath your hands. You get where you need to know where to put the markers, and you get the anatomy out of the way, and you can really get it quickly to help you out in the OR.
AI is on the path to change surgery, and PathKeeper is the leader in this field, combining AI imaging and real-time navigation. PathKeeper is now raising a Series A, and we are calling you to join us and lead the future of surgery. Thank you.
Fantastic. We have Erez on the call to respond to your questions. Mary, I believe you may have a couple of them for Erez.
I would be interested in the current revenue. So we are now talking about Series A investment round. So what and also has been said that there is ongoing cooperations, ongoing commercial activities. So what is the current revenue of your company?
Right. So we have closed a very significant commercial agreement with High-Ridge Medical, which is one of the top 5 spine companies in the United States. The agreement includes a purchase of 12 units at the wholesale price that creates a more than $2 million immediate revenues. And of course, we expect this commercial partnership with the $500 million revenue company to bring more revenue as the year progresses, and of course next year.
Thanks a lot,
Erez.
The neurosurgeon in the jury wants to ask a question because I'm interested in it. Can you use it with a microscope or an exoscope? And other question is, after the learning curve using that, what's the medium setup and registration time with the machinery?
Right. So yeah, you can use it with your exoscope in combination with the navigation system. There's no problem with that. So if you use an EthAum's navigation system or something like that, or Stealth, it usually takes between 15 and 20 minutes to get the initial city-based registration, while with optics, it takes around 1 minute to do the initial registration. And the more important thing is that if there's a problem during the surgery and you need to refresh your registration to do an additional registration, with the EthAum's, you just start from the beginning. Here, it takes less than 10 seconds because the optics will do the refresh automatically for you.
Thanks.
Thank
Thanks
you.
a lot, Erez. Thanks a lot, Mary, for the question. You may be seeing poll on your screen. Please respond to that. Any last question for Erez before we move on to the next one? Okay. The next presentation is Albert Health, which provides AI-powered chronic disease management solution to enable behavioral change and lifestyle modification. And here we go.
Hi, I'm Serdar, co-founder of Albert Health. Albert Health is a multi-chronic disease management platform that leverages AI. Here's a quick overview of where we stand today. We have raised $3 million to date and delivered disease management programs with 19 B2B customers across 3 languages, English, Arabic, and Turkish. Our partnerships include leading global pharma companies such as Roche, Pfizer, Novo Nordisk, hospitals like Memorial NHS, and insurance like Tavunia Bupa Medisa. The challenge we are focusing on is treatment adherence. Even the best therapy fails if patients with chronic diseases don't comply, driving higher costs and mortality. Globally, over 50% of people with diabetes skip medicines, and lifestyle adherence is even lower. This costs the health industry $600 billion each year. We empower patients with medical articles designed by doctors, metric trackers, and medical insights based on patient-reported outcomes, medication reminders to increase adherence, smart device integrations, including Apple Health and Google Fit. Also, patients can record their symptoms and nutrition diary and share them with their doctors during the telehealth consultation. Our AI-based voice assistant, trained by doctors, supports every user. Yet, the true backbone of the app is its personalized gamification journey. By completing tailored tasks, users advance through disease management skill levels, ensuring engagement, confidence, and sustained health outcomes. Our differentiation comes from AI engine that drives personalization in disease management. Our medical team design every journey to ensure clinical accuracy, and our AI continuously adapts these journeys based on patient data from the app. Each user gets a unique path. Zeynep with obesity and prediabetes won't follow the same journey as Otman with diabetes and hypertension. How we are creating business value across the ecosystem. Pharma companies work with us to activate patients and generate real-world data. In one of our clinical trials, our app improved treatment adherence from 62% to 85% within just 3 months. Insurers partner with us to reduce healthcare claims and market differentiation. Here is what it looks like in practice. In a diabetes cohort of 1,000 people, you can save $173,000 with Albert. Healthcare providers to open new revenue streams and increase patient loyalty. Here is how we can collaborate. In just 6 weeks, we can launch a disease-specific program, either from our existing portfolio or tailored to your focus. It can run as a standalone solution or be integrated into your app. If this sounds relevant, just share your priority area and we will get started. You may wonder, is it working? Yes, in a randomized clinical trial of our diabetes program, Albert users outperformed the usual care patients with a reduction of 1.07 in A1C levels. It means Albert is effective as one of the most prescribed diabetes medication. Is it valid? Yes, Albert is CE certified. Under the European Union Medical Device Regulation, it has been recognized as a Class 2A software as a medical device. We were founded by 3 former Siemens engineers and are supported by a leadership team of in-house medical doctors and engineers. We have started in the UK and Turkey, now expanding into MENA region. We believe chronic disease outcomes improve only with patient empowerment, and Albert Health exists to make that a reality. Thank you.
It's time to take questions for Albert Health. We have Sardar, Dr. Zainab on the call.
Hello.
Jury members.
I would like to ask a question. Thank you for the presentation. I think it's very interesting. You said something about your system being integratable with our own apps. Can you say something about that, and also about transferring data potentially between your system and the electronic health records?
Exactly. We know that connectivity and interoperability is so critical in our business. So we invest in the architecture. We have fully microservice based. So we can integrate with your app and with the software development kits. The patients even don't feel they are using another app. So it will be smoothly integrated to your app, and patients get benefit of all disease management programs easily.
Okay, also another short question. Does your app also have prompts and prems available, or is it just health education, health promotion oriented material?
Yeah, very good question. Exactly. We are running patient-reported outcome metric programs with pharmaceutical companies and to hospital groups. So, for example, just complete the from study in orthopedics with a hospital, and with the EHR, doctors can see all the patient-reported outcomes. We are getting from the patient when they are at home after surgery. So yeah, system is available for that.
Okay, and I have a lot of questions, but I can contact you afterwards to ask them.
Sure.
Thanks
Thank
a lot,
you.
Sangeeta. You can also use the chat section, or obviously we can make connection between you and Sardar later on. Bertrand, did you have a question? I know you did unmute yourself for a second. Okay.
I have a question, if I may
go
ask.
ahead, please. Yeah.
Can you tell more about the algorithm behind your solution? Is it OpenAI provided, or something that runs locally on your, like Llama or any open source language model? I have seen computer vision there also. Is it multimodal system or different algorithms that are orchestrated somewhere in the pipeline?
Yeah, exactly. Actually, 6 years ago, we started with the RASA and created our own language models. My co-founder CTO is NLP expert. That's why we created data and created our own disease management, disease specific language models. We were using the voice recognition model of the Google, but building our natural language processing. But now we also integrated with some OpenAI models for answering more lifestyle questions and for broader answers. That's the summary.
And probably you use RAG as a long-term memory to keep this database of healthcare relevant
Correct,
database,
because
so that it doesn't hallucinate. How do you, in principle, verify the answers? How accurate they are?
Actually, we are orchestrating multiple agents. While one agent creating the answer, the other agent is the auditing the answer with in terms of the patient safety, in terms of the PV pharmacovigilance, and also we are raising flag in some conversations. Then our medical team are reviewing, our doctors are reviewing it and continues to training the model. Because as you said, our customers are pharma companies, very careful about the patient safety and the accuracy of the conversation. So that's why we built a very comprehensive review method.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Sardar. We'll have to take more questions in the chat section. The next presentation is LifePlus. It's a Tanzania-based startup providing AI-powered healthcare cluster network, offering telehealth, e-pharmacy, and appointment management system. And here we go.
Hello, my name is William, and I'm a team lead at LifePlus, a digital health company helping healthcare providers unlock growth through digital transformation. Healthcare is evolving, and the business process of providers is changing. However, hospitals still grapple with the most fundamental challenges. So what problems are we solving for hospitals? First is patient linkage. In Africa, 60% of patients self-medicate due to long travel and wait times, and 80% skip follow-ups. In the West, patients are drawn to telehealth brands, while insurers push zero copay options, pulling visits away from hospitals, resulting to a $50 billion total annual loss. Another major issue is the critical underutilization of data and intelligence. While big tech monetizes every data point, hospitals sit on vast amounts of clinical and operational data. This means missed opportunities to improve clinical decisions, optimize operations, create new revenue sources, and personalize care. This is where LifePlus steps in. We believe we've designed a fit solutions for these problems. So what is LifePlus? As a solution, LifePlus provides a modular software infrastructure for hospitals to build custom digital health solutions at $0 initial cost. Hospitals leverage our tech and business expertise to reach new patient segments with minimal risks. Our component-based operating system allows providers to mix and match components like telehealth, e-pharmacy, and AI clinical support hub, or deploy as an all-in-one solution for comprehensive patient care. Our telehealth and e-pharmacy module empowers hospitals to reach new and remote patients while enabling personalized care and digital follow-ups to reduce patient linkage. Our AI clinical support hub automates pre-visit screenings, delivers real-time visit suggestions, and transcribes notes, boosting efficiency, reducing burnout, and closing revenue leakage. Today, we work with 475 providers, and our vision is to build an intelligent supercluster connecting hospitals to share data and intelligence at scale. To learn more, book a demo with us at ceo@lifeplus.com. What does all this mean in practice? Here's tangible value which hospitals acquire working with us. We unlock 38% new outpatient revenue, free 10 to 13 hours a week of doctor's time on admin tasks, boost patient retention by 40%, and turn hospital data into shared intelligence and new revenue streams. Our traction demonstrates our growth. Since 2022, we've been able to onboard 407 specialist doctors and 68 health facilities, allowing us to facilitate over 110,000 appointments and generate 760,000 in revenues. We operate in 3 countries with government and medical professional association partnerships. Our business model is built on the basis that we only make money when our partners make money. We charge 27 to 50% revenue sharing without upfront fees. We also charge 5% commission for tests done by our partner test facilities. As we grew, medical tourism emerged as a secondary business. Each year, more than 300,000 Africans travel to India for care, spending $2 billion in medical bills. We facilitate dozens of patients to India, and now we're seeking partnerships in the UAE and Turkey. So why work with us? Digital healthcare is a new business vertical which hospitals lack expertise to tap into. We provide the tech, market, and regulatory know-how, and with the largest network of hospital partnership, we act as an innovation partner in a fast-moving space. Our team brings 32 years of combined experience across medicine, business, and technology with $300 million in industry localization. We're backed by world-class investors, and advisory represents over $50 billion in portfolio value. We're a fast-growing healthcare network. Every partnership adds to our shared intelligence. Join us. Thank you.
Okay.
Hello.
Let's take questions for Life Plus. Jury members, please. Yes, Anika, go ahead.
I wanted to ask you about your target market. Are you mainly targeting hospitals? The way I understand it is that you offer the complete ecosystem. So are you mainly targeting hospitals or markets where these are completely lacking? Or is what you are offering, is it also tailorable? Can it be tailored to ecosystems that already exist but have certain gaps? So is it the entire ecosystem that you are offering?
Somehow I see Life Plus founders, they had some issue with their connectivity and they are not on the call anymore.
Yes.
I'm sorry. They both were here a few minutes back and somehow something happened. I'm sorry, I'll have to take that question separately. Yes, they are tackling the overall ecosystem, not just hospitals. Obviously we will have to schedule a separate one-on-one between you and them.
Yeah, the point in my question was whether they are targeting markets or hospitals where all of this is missing at present, that they build the whole ecosystem, or are they filling in potential gaps in our telehealth systems that we already have in place? So is it something that can be tailored to the needs of a specific hospital, or is it like the entire system that they are selling?
So they can provide modules where the gaps are there. And after Tanzania, they are definitely looking at Middle East market where they see certain gaps and they're trying to fill those gaps in the UAE market. We'll have to move on to the next presentation. Again, sorry, Senika. The next presentation is VitalAlert, which offers an AI IoT platform to help hospitals enhance resident safety and remote patient monitoring. And here we go.
Hi, I am Miki Raviv. I'm the founder and CEO of VitalAlert. VitalAlert is revolutionizing the way that aged care is managed. Who benefits from VitalAlert? Nursing homes, assisted living, skilled nursing facilities, and hospitals. Looking at the challenges that this market brings, starting from the staff members, 2024 shows a missing of about 400,000 nurses and care staff. The incidence is high. There are about 3 to 5 per 1,000 beds per days of falls, 5 to 15% of pressure injuries, and not unnecessarily hospitalizations. Our solutions start with a unique contactless biosensor that we have developed that by touching below beds, which are sofas, as you can be seen in the picture, we make this furniture smart, and the resident that lay in bed is start monitored, including his continuous vitals, heart rate, respiration rate, movement, and way of getting out of bed. The data that is collected through the box sends to the cloud. In the cloud, we have built machine deep learning algorithms that build patient's personal profile 24/7, 365. And we provide to the staff members a dashboard. The vital sensors, unique features as can be seen here are bed exit management, like leaving bed, getting in bed, aware of bed, pressure change automation. We have like an autopilot mode, which can detect that the resident is not moving certain period of time and push preventive alert to the care on duty to turn the residents. We alert about out of range of various patients' vitals, including heart rate, respiration rate. We have been providing what we call the care automation ability, in which the staff members are carrying this smart tag, and when they come and provide services, the system will record their quality of care and the timestamp and transfer everything to the management system without any human involvement. So the proactive care and safety abilities are fall prevention, bed occupancy, bed exit, like away from bed, sleep quality reports, wandering, and posture change. The digital management allows continuously follow the activities that residents needs to be taken. And again, as I mentioned, using the staff members' smart card, record the actual quality of service in the management system. Benefits of VitalAlerter are enhancing resident safety, improving work efficiency. Worldwide, we have deployed so far about 16 countries with more than 160 customers. And in the UK, we shows about 73% fewer falls and the ambulance call out, and partnership with the strategic healthcare networks. So why VitalAlerter wins over the others? Because it's contactless, predictive, fully integrated, more than 160 facilities across 16 countries. The team, we have a strong R&D team, including Avigad and more, which has tens of years of experience in machine learning, deep learning, and big data, and strong team of marketing. So VitalAlerter is transforming elder care through predictive automation. As you can see here, each of these blocks is a resident, which can show the entire status of the residents, including in or out of bed, and also the activities that need to be provided to the residents. And the management, by just getting to the report section, they can see, for example, the daily performance. Staff members are providing services to which residents and what types of activities that they have been provided. Thank you very much.
Okay, so that was a good presentation from Mickey, and Mickey is on the call to respond to your questions. Do you remember, please?
One question from,
Please, Richard, go ahead.
How do you differentiate yourself from competitors, not just today, but in the future market you're targeting?
Yeah, so we have developed a unique concept, which is called the BCG, which actually will measure the acceleration that the heart is doing while pushing blood back and forth. And we build it in a dynamic method that is continuously follow the changes real time and update and calibrated these changes in order to keep highly accurate. The alternatives that are coming in, like a radar system or cameras, are having quite high difficulties now to achieve even the ability to measure the patient's vitals or movement accurately, and still in its early stage.
And one question more, if I may please ask. What milestones do you see as most critical in the next 12 to 24 months?
Expansion. we are seeing, quite a big transform in some countries related, to quantitative quality of care rather than just qualitative quality of care. And we measure every moment, the performance of each staff members without burdening them, and for sure improving safety of residents, and make sure that, that the high quality of services provided to those residents.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Richard. Thanks, Mickey. Is there any other question for Mickey?
Yeah, I had a quick question, if I may.
Yeah, please.
So the statistic that really stuck out to me was the reduction in falls, which, as we know, is the slippery slope. Often, so that's something we absolutely need to avoid. And so I'm curious, do you have any health economics models built around that? Do you have any reimbursement? Maybe how is that then correlated to your business model? Because I think it's really impressive.
Yeah, so we actually had a real-world evaluation done by NHS, which ran about 6 months in 6 locations around the UK, and they show a clear reduction of falls since they start using our solution compared to the other methods. And it's released in official reports, which put us in the reimbursement system in the UK market, which allows local customers just to apply and get funds for such thing.
Thanks a lot, Mickey. Really appreciate your responses. We'll have to move on to the next presentation, which is Archon Wellness, which offers AI IoT integrated smart platform to promote physical activity among students. And here we go.
My name is Ella, founder and managing director of Archon Wellness Limited.
Do you know physical inactive is the 4th major risk factor of death in the world, contributes to 3.2 million deaths a year. Recent surveys show that over 80% of students classified as physical inactive. They did less than 1 hour of moderate to rigorous exercise daily, and that is the minimum requirement from WHO. Lack of interest and motivation, social factors strongly affect students. Constraints on time, revenue, and resources, they are pain points to the problem. As a solution, Archon developed the IoT and AI integrated smart platform to promote physical activity among students using gamified and competition environment, then track and analyze metrics.
Our hero product, Smart Bike Competition Platform, turns any place into a velodrome. It allows maximum 6 players to compete as current races, 100 meters or 7.1 kilometer races. It allows real-time data of the track, ranking, speed distance to display on the big LED screen, and it benefits schools with their easy setup, quick competition mode, allows students to compete indoor in a safety environment. There were 2 case studies that we show here. Marymount Secondary School, they bought 6 winners by to work with our system. They hold inter-class and inter-house competition. And Tigray Primary School, they set a sports zone to teach students food and calorie knowledge. And also the small fight fit the students, allow them to queue up and compete with each other, heading for the leaderboard, and also help release ADHD student energy. And we're showcased in many events, including the government Sports for All Day this year.
Upcoming plan, we will develop VR bike routes that shows aesthetic elements around the planet, and also China VR routes that let students experience historical and
MEPA and physical data with the apps, total data production system, iPad screen display, CMS, cloud system, and AI engine. It attracts students to do more exercise with the interactive and animate users use our platform over the past few years under the fitness competition or government project and successfully improve their physical activity.
We also have other projects that include Hong Kong U Nursing Department that deploy our system to 10 local housing estates, and Dongguan Hospital that serves 6 special care youth centers.
And our first solution is a smart fitness video analytics platform. And we got the Smart Living Partnership Award in 2022, include tutorials, gamified challenge, sport library, and award system.
Our AI video analytic technology involves 100 scouts, record 6,000 videos, and we use deep learning to formulate the AI posture prediction algorithm. And our key module, AI Fitness Challenge, motivates students to exercise by cool 3D animated coach, skeleton detection, and immediate emoji response powered by AI agent that tell whether student is doing good, pass, or failure.
And further, the fitness assessment helps train student fitness on push-up and sit-up program.
We are supported by Cyberport, Physical Fitness Association of Hong Kong and China, PolyU, Sports Science Technology, and other NGOs.
I founded Hardcore Wellness Limited in 2017 and with a team of specialists in electronics, software, and AI development.
As a summary, Archon IoT and AI integrated smart platform benefits school and community by competitive gaming environment that arouse interest in sports. It allows personal target setting and progress monitoring, and we offer more accurate AR exercise video analytical system. Thank you.
Okay, we have Ella and Eric to respond to your questions. Questions, please.
If I may, so I understand definitely the product, and thank you for the presentation, but I would definitely need a little bit of clarification. So who would be the target group? Because you have so much things in the platform. So first of all, who is the main, would you like to attract the students to make sport and any type of physical activities more fun, or would you like to mostly offer services to the community services like schools to organize a kind of event around it? So it's, of course, it can move together, but who is your main and primary target group?
Yeah, so we are doing both right now. So we serve over 100 schools in Hong Kong, and then by supplying our platforms in a licensed space, and also they got the hardware from us, and then licensed the software to use over a period. And also besides that, we also organizer of some key competition in our local in Hong Kong, and we partner with some fitness association in Hong Kong and organize big events in every year. So we are doing both because the second one, organizing competitions, can also help us to do some publicity or marketing. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks a lot, Tomas. Any other question?
Yeah, I could ask a question. In Finland, we have restricted smartphone use in school hours. Can your program be fully deployed without student smartphones?
I think for the bike system, so basically we mainly use a display as in terms of an iPad in the school. They don't need to do and they use the QR code to enroll into the bike competition. So there's no need any smartphone for school. And then for even for the trackers, we have a data collection system in the form of iPad. So the teacher can use the iPad to collect the data of the students, like a whole class of 30 students, 80 students, within like 5 to 10 minutes. So they don't need any smartphone because one of our project with the local government is we send like our trackers and the data collection system to over 50 schools, and the teacher just use the iPad to collect the student data. And then they don't need any iPhone or any phone, mobile phone.
Thank you. Thanks a
lot. So it's an easy install system.
Okay. Again, thanks a lot, Ella, for responding to all the questions. These were 7 presentations, very quick, 4 minutes each. Good enough to create curiosity and learn very high level information about the startup, but obviously we will have to do a deep dive into the startups to really understand more about their technological differentiation, more about their traction, their challenges, milestones, go-to-market strategies, and so on and so forth. Now, I would request our jury members to probably talk about 2 or 3 startups that stood out from their perspective. Just 2 or 3 startups that you felt are extremely exciting because of their technology or solution or traction or the team or something of that sort. So if I may request Richard first to go and talk about 2 or 3 startups. Richard, please.
Thanks for putting me shotgun, Pankaj. I appreciate it. First, Gensi. I think it solves a real problem that's scalable across markets. I think the question there would be, I have so many questions. First, I love the technology. From a technical point of view, I see it as scalable, but with having that said, sensitivity and specificity, this question is geared towards regional approval and uptake within certain ecosystems. But I think that's highly defendable, as said. Pathkeeper, and apologies if I'm 1 second. I took notes, but it went a bit quick. My apologies. I returned just prior to this meeting. That was the third. The Pathkeeper uses technology from iTero, I think. Was that correct? So we brought in the dental field iTero products to the market. At Philips, we worked where I've been head of global when I was 33. We brought certain spine surgery to the market, and I can see an added value there on the cross section of that product because. But this is live, so I don't want to overshare because I'm not sure which products ultimately went to the market there. But I can see a very easy plugin would make it much more interesting via connected API, and that can significantly increase your total addressable market at a fraction of the time and effort. For the rest, I'm not sure. Some questions on Genesis medical vision, they need to look up to. What I thought was interesting for VitalAlerter, they use a relative point solution, and the point solution in that sense is domotics is reimbursed in certain markets in the Netherlands. You know, I'm big at what's reimbursed, what's not. Why? Because it's if you're in, you're in, and it's a very solid model. There's a study at Mayo Clinic on domotica, and I think having a platform to scale that or connect that with, but running a pilot in the Netherlands or in Europe is interesting. And then I'll summarize because I'll be talking for hours otherwise. It will be a political spear point, and that means that budgets will be created for the elderly care. And if you are driving a pilot early in the time zone, you can really add value to the patient, and I think that's ultimately where I look for. So every step needs to be conducive to adding value to the patients and the caretaker. But
yep, thanks a lot, Richard. So Jens, VitalAlerter and Pathkeeper from your perspective, and more questions for Genesis. Thanks a lot, appreciate it. Mette, may I request you to go next, please? Yeah, please.
Yeah, thank you. And as I said in the beginning, I'm going to look at in two very different perspectives. So 3 teams stand out with the strongest near-term conditions for impact and scale. For my view, Pathkeeper, surgical, I liked it as a neurosurgeon, Genesis medical vision, and Gens Technologies. If I go first with the Pathkeeper surgical, delivering radiation-free, high-precision spine navigation, it was incredible. I have hand issues because I have to use so much radiation in my work as a spine surgeon. It had a credible workflow, and the cost story, it was good. If the setup time and accuracy remains consistent across deformities and like MIS cases, this is really ready for broad surgical adoption. Well, Genesis medical vision, offering imaging AI in that precision with high sensitivity and especially low false positives. If those results replicate in external multicenter cohorts and integrate cleanly into PAC system, it becomes a dependable co-pilot for population screening. I liked it a lot. And well, Gens Technologies, it's a portable, non-invasive organ screening in a, well, primary and community care. It's the capacity we really needed, and well, demonstrating the non-inferiority versus ultrasound and CT by organ, and pushing structures results in the electronic health record will well unlock the scale in that that point. So my recommendations to proceed with Pathkeeper, Genesis, and Gens. Thanks.
Thanks a lot, Made. I appreciate your feedback, your insights. Thanks a lot. Yours, may I request you to go next, please?
Sure, happy to do that. Here's what I think. So I share similar ideas with other juries. First of all, I think Gens Technologies is having a very to the point problem, pain point of the current population. On top of that, I think from a scalability wise, it won't be quite challenging to deploy to various centers and institutions. From my point of view, I think from a patient coverage, disease coverage wise, some expansions can be considered, and I sense that the product roadmap already includes that. Happy to discuss further. Genesis AI, medical AI, I mean, I think their success rate and false positive rate seems quite interesting and impressive. Of course, validation-wise, I'd like to hear more, but I think they have a strong and robust essential and backbone in terms of that. Last but not least, from my standpoint, Albert Health, chronic disease management is quite challenging, and when it comes to geographical coverage and localization of such solutions is a bit hectic, and also ensuring the patients are really acting as a returning user in such mobile applications are also hectic. But at the same time, I think there's a huge potential there. And with the right modifications and positioning of the platform, it could be turning to a real value for the patients, especially when it comes to adhering to the treatments.
Thanks a lot, yours. So Gens Technologies, Genesis Medical Vision, and Albert Health from your perspective. Really appreciate it. Sinika, could you please go next?
I feel like I don't really have much to add to the previous comments. Well, having said that, I would like to maybe begin by saying that I see potential in all of these, but obviously we have just scratched the surface. So
exactly,
in order for me to give an opinion on that, I would have to dive a little bit deeper. I think all of these have a niche, or they have an actual like a bigger market that can be recognized, but maybe I don't. I'm not going to elaborate on that. My personal top 3 choice would be the ones that have already been mentioned: Genesis Medical Vision, Gens Technologies, and Albert Health. I see a lot of scalability in Albert Health. Also, I recognize that that's a very competed area. And also, I think because of its so highly competed area, I think you have to be really specific about what your like your differentiating factor is. And I'm going to ask more questions about that from the from the company itself. But I would pick those 3, and then say good luck to all of the other ones as well. I think they have potential, all of them.
Definitely, all of them have really great potential, and we are just scratching the surface, as you mentioned.
Yes, exactly.
But Genesis Medical Vision, Gens Technologies, and Albert Health, from your perspective. Thanks a lot, Sinika. I think Julie has unmuted herself. Julie, please go ahead.
Well, as someone who actually has to pitch on a weekly basis herself, I want to applaud everyone, because when they give us 4 minutes of time, right, it's an unnaturally short amount of time. And there's so much that you'd like to talk about, so it's really hard to cut that down. So I agree. I think everyone has potential. Coming at it from just that storytelling and pitch perspective, for me, the 3 clearest pitches were actually Pathfinder, Albert Health, and the VitaAlerter. Love what everyone is doing, but those were the ones that for me, it was just like, I understand the problem, I understand your solution, and I understand the economics around it the easiest.
Okay, so Pathkeeper, Albert Health, and VitaAlerter from your perspective, Julie. Thanks a lot.
Yeah,
Bertrand, I think you unmuted yourself. Please go next.
Yes, hi, I hope you can hear me now. Okay, apologies for not putting the video on. My connection is bad. So quickly, the three for me that stand out among a very good group, I must say, and very interesting discovery today. VitAlerter, Genesis AI, and the closest to what I know best is Albert Health. So for the first two, I think there seems to be really nice real-world impact, potentially quite a wealth of evidence already. I'm curious to learn more and understand how far they are along the commercialization spectrum, I would say, because it seems there's quite a lot of data available already. And for Albert Health, as was mentioned by some, I think challenge in this space is to differentiate and have a clear go-to-market. Working with pharma companies, for instance, is very tricky. It can be both very long and they get also very impatient, lots of IT compliance issues. So maybe something I can help with and happy to delve further, but there's potential in that space, obviously, because it is a big challenge. That's why I asked about the long-term follow-up data, which also would be critical to make an impact in a competitive space. But yeah, thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Bertrand. And we startup people are always very hungry. So if somebody is offering support, we don't deny that. So thanks a lot for your offer of support. So Albert Health, VitAlerter, and Genesis Medical Vision from your perspective, Bertrand, appreciate that. Thomas, could you please go next?
Yeah, sure. Thank you. First of all, yeah, congratulations for all of you because there was so much good presentations. Just let me start with something else, a bit of recommendation for a small hint, because all of you, of course, had the 4 minutes. It's an art, so it's actually to talk enough, not too much, not too less. But what was important to experience that even though you have less mature, more mature companies, the call to action at the end was pretty various. So many of you didn't tell us what are you looking for now, and it's important. So I mean, it's so obvious, but it's so important. So as a viewer, I would love to see where are you heading to, what are you looking for now? Investment, cooperation, mentoring, whatever. So up to your audience. Tell them what is the next step. So that would be pretty much important. So before the three, just a small explanation because there are two which I will. First of all, Albert has as EIT House already recognized them, so I love them. So I think from the storytelling perspective, it's one of the most difficult thing because it's not that emotionally triggered issue they are handling, but it's so important for pharmaceutical companies and at the end the patients. So Albert Health is really important. They are not in my top three, but because of the reason we already recognize them. And the other Gens technologies, I really want to love them, but because of my past experience, I need more evidence because I'm a little bit skeptical. But it's because only 4 minutes I had to understand and see the background of the thing. But I really want to like the project. But my first three or the top three is Genesis Medical Vision, Pathkeeper Surgical, and VitAlerter.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Thomas. Appreciate that. So Pathkeeper, VitAlerter, and Genesis Medical Vision. Fantastic. I see Valentina is having some background issue, some noise issue. Anybody else want to unmute themselves and probably talk about their top three? I see Sanjay from Future Health.
Actually, yeah, sorry,
ahead,
it was about the data noise. Sorry, didn't specify exactly. Yeah, I can go next. So first of all, thanks to all the startups. It was really impressive that you have achieved, especially with the traction. Congrats with that. And probably I have a couple of notes for everyone. But I will start with Genentech. You have pretty a lot of data, as I have seen, 400 clinical trial runs and 6,000 commercial runs. Probably you might show statistical significance in reduction of time of diagnosis or the accuracy of the diagnosis in comparison to conventional techniques. It would be really helpful to stand out. And for I really maybe it's also mentioned that it's one of the top most interesting startups to me, because I had an experience in developing biomarker for fatty liver disease disorder, also non-invasive. It would be super interesting to chat more about it. And Genesis, yes, also very, very impressive. I would love to know more about the algorithm, if it is something novelty. And Albert, this management system, it would be a really great, yeah, I can see huge potential in that. Congrats, go for it. And Vita Alert, yeah, again, a lot of technical questions I would love to ask. So interesting how you deal with some noise issues, as I mentioned in the chat, because probably you are taking and recording very the data, and the sensors should be very, very sensitive. Would be also great to know more. About the surgical pathkeeper, I have the least experience in this. That's I'm really glad that you have showed how well you are performing there. And Live Plus, I would maybe ask about patient connection and patient empowerment. So it's mostly about hospitals, but probably too, if might be connecting patients with rare diseases. It would be so empowering for them to connect via your application, and it might build a really strong community promoting your application. And with Ancient Wellness, if I pronounce correctly, I really appreciate that you speak exactly the language of your target audience. I have 2 kids, and the application is exactly the path to connect with them, and that's great. That I think that it's a good direction to go to reach them.
Thanks a lot, Valentina. So I think Genesis and Albert Health are your top 3.
Vita Alert.
Yeah, Vita Alert. Yeah, fantastic. Again, thanks to all the jury members. I do understand that it was probably drinking from the fire hose. Every pitch went really quick, one after another. So really appreciate your time, your patience, your insights, your guidance, your questions for the startups today. I'm sure that we will be able to schedule one-on-one with you so that you can do a deep dive in these startups, their technologies, their traction, and probably see how we can work together, how we can collaborate together. Thanks to startups, as you have already recognized, that it's very difficult to put all the right elements of your company in 4 minutes long video pitch. You have to talk about your technology, your team, your value proposition, your traction. It's just not possible. But I think they did a fantastic job in creating that 4 minutes video pitch so that we can create some kind of curiosity about the product and give a very high level overview so that the follow-on calls can be scheduled. Thanks to all the people who are attending today. Really appreciate your time today. And I think this is how we will create a stronger healthcare community and innovation ecosystem. So let's keep connecting, keep talking, and we can have side conversations to see how we can work with each other. Thanks everybody for your time. Really appreciate it. And let's reconnect soon. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for
Bye-bye.
tuning.
Thanks,